We think. Back in 2009, President Obama sounded as if he was against intervening in the Middle East.
The message I hope to deliver is that democracy, rule of law, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, those are not simply principles of the West to be hoisted on these countries.
But after airstrikes in Libya and calls for a democratic system there, has President Obama become the reluctant commander-in-chief who's made it clear he does not want to lead this operation, although we started it? We're back with our political panel. Colonel Cowan, is that a good message to send? The one that we're getting from the president, that he doesn't want to take out the leader. He just wants to make sure the Libyan people aren't annihilated.
Well, Brian, we've got U.S. forces engaged in combat. Anybody in the military likes to see a clear, concise end game. They want to know what they're doing. You don't go to war to halfway win. You go to war to win. And right now we're in the halfway win mode. And, you know, President saying he wants Gaddafi out. Chairman of Joint Chiefs saying he can envision Gaddafi still being there. That kind of murkiness makes it difficult for the military to do that.
And at least on top of that, Senator Kerry said it's not even a war. Don't even call it a war. It's a limited action.
It is a war, and we don't need to kid ourselves otherwise. You look at the amount of money that we're spending. We had pilots shot down yesterday. We
not shot down, but a mechanical failure.
Sorry, excuse me. And we, I mean, there is just no way that with this kind of military might and effort that we're exerting, I don't see how we can kid ourselves otherwise.
And quickly, if I may, we were fortunate to get those pilots back, because if they had fallen into the hands of the enemy, we'd be dealing with an entirely different scenario today.
Yeah, okay, Robert. So far, we started bombing on Saturday.
Right.
It is now Wednesday. Where are we at?
Well, first of all, look, there's no question this is a difficult, but I think very critical humanitarian mission. Certainly, the plans that Gaddafi announced to really create complete mass murder in Benghazi has stopped. In fact, we were running the risk of losing 100,000 lives in Benghazi. But in fact, through our military's work and through the coalition that's been established, in fact, Gaddafi's abandoned that plan. Secondly, the momentum has shifted. The rebels now have a significant role and a significant opportunity here to show what they're capable of.
Absolutely, Robert. But I say, Colonel, here's the concern, and you're the military guy, is that because from the fly with the in the air from the no-fly zone, we can't stop the snipers and tanks from walking into towns and just killing people and destroying things.
We can't and we won't. This battle's going to be won or lost on the ground, and I say battle not just in the context of getting him out, but in providing the humanitarian assistance and relief that the UN mandate calls for. It's going to require, at some level, some kind of friendly presence, or not necessarily
on
Americans,
the ground?
On the ground. And particularly if it goes to a humanitarian effort with all the casualties, destruction, what have you, in some of these towns and cities. Ultimately, humanitarian means you're coming in with relief supplies, you're bringing people in to help stabilize the situation. At some point, there's going to be some foreign entity, whether it be military or non-governmental organizations or whatever, on the ground helping stabilize that situation. The murkiness of it continues on, Brian.
No final thought, Elise?
Well, there have been calls for a no-drive zone now.
That's from Senator McCain and company.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be much more difficult. And what I'm concerned about, quite frankly, because we have two wars going on right now in Iraq and Afghanistan, and how I just don't see, I feel like we're so stretched thin already.
We just know this. We support the president. We want everything to come out good, and we have no doubt our military will complete any mission they're given to. And we hope we have a good news story to talk next time all three of us are together. But great job, panel. All right.